Guest na ang tawag, hindi na ko.
Actually,
Ko.
nag-start sa'yo. Honestly, nag-start sa'yo na nag-guest-guest ako. Hindi mo nag-guest. Takot ko lang.
Hindi, meron. Like, I remember before there was someone, and then nag-join lang ako at one point. But I think it was just spontaneous din naman.
Spontaneous lang din yun. Yeah.
Oh, speaking of IG lives, I will plug ko din.
Go. Habang binabasa ko
uh,
itong manga.
this Friday actually I'll be having an IG live with Keshi. He's an
Who's Keshi?
international artist. Ano siya, super, I got hooked. I actually interviewed him initially for Mix. And when I started really listening, I knew his music before, but I didn't know Keshi. Like I wasn't like a super familiar with him. I was familiar with his music, but not with him. And so when I found out na, but I had the name and the face to the music, and I was like, wow, super fan ako at the
When
moment.
is
I'm really
this?
excited. This is Friday at 9 p.m. We're gonna be having a live.
Ah, nice.
We're just
Good.
gonna we're just gonna be talking. Hindi naman interview. It's just gonna be on Instagram, and we're just gonna be able to talk. Na parang walang official format,
Yeah, parang
official
chika lang.
anything. Chika lang, and then we're gonna be doing like an Ask Keshi. So if you guys have any questions, just go on Twitter, use the hashtag
Ayun,
Ask
this Friday na
Keshi.
yun, guys.
Ayan.
Manggugulo ako ng konti. Hindi naman. Ano.
Sige, okay lang. Pwede, new client sa acting work. Speaking of the interviews, I sent my scripts to my boss. Tapos ang haba ng pagta-type nila, so kinakabahan ako.
Baka barilin?
So,
Huwag naman.
baka ay pangit na, wag na. Ay, ulitin mo nga. Tingnan
Pero
natin.
at
Wait
least
lang
ikaw na
check ko nga.
gumagawa ng ano mo ngayon, ha? Ikaw na gumagawa ng script mo? Ng questions
Dapat
mo?
naman. I feel it's more
Organic?
like organic, and I like knowing a lot about the guest in a way.
Alam niyo guys, si
Kasi,
Edward, ang laki na ng grino.
wait lang, check ko lang pag sumagot na yung boss ko, ha?
Sige, go. Ang laki na ng miniature ni Edward. Kasi nang umpisa talaga ito, ano siya, yung,
Hedgehog.
hindi,
Ano yung hedgehog?
hindi, hedgehog.
Hindi mo alam yan?
That's an
May
animal.
spikes. May spikes on the back. Yung maliit na parang
Yes.
daga na may spikes.
Yeah.
Oo,
Yeah,
yan.
parang hedgehog. Ang ano ko doon, he was so sensitive and he was resenting the fact that he was so sensitive. He wanted to change that almost. I don't know if he wanted to, but parang nagiging enemy yung pagiging sensitive niya. Pero ngayon, gamit na gamit.
Wala akong choice.
Hirap talaga.
Tinanggap ko na. Ganito
Hindi,
talaga.
honestly, Edward, ang dami kong students na kailangan ng sensitivity. Talagang hindi talaga makatap. So, okay na yan na ganyan ka. Diba? Manage na lang. Ganon.
For me, I realized, kahit sa mga interview, and I have to work on this as well. Hindi naman lahat ng interviews deep interview. Hindi kailangan life story lahat. Which I understand. It took me a while to go to that. But those are the interviews that I really enjoy. Like one of my favorite interviews ever. Not just like the deep, but like the great conversations. Yun talaga yung pinaka masarap. One of my favorite interviews ever with Moira sa Mix.
Yeah, binanggit mo sa akin.
Oh, super ganda yung interview. Like I was going through some stuff na alam mo naman at that time. And so when she had songs pala about that, I was like, hindi naman about that, but like it was
relating.
Hindi kasi si Moira kasi is very in touch with her pain. Pain is pain regardless. Pain is pain. So if there's a pain about a love story, and then there's pain about, for example, something that you're going through work. Parang they're just cousins but they're still connected. So even if you like Moira's, like one of the songs is called Patawad Paalam. It's about saying goodbye and forgiving. So like if you say parang to a certain, like for example, I had an experience, this is actually sabihin ko na lang. In I Want ASAP, alam mo naman to, I had a big may prank kasi dati na
Alam mo, pag
So,
sasabihin ko na nga, sasabihin, medyo kinakabahan ako dahil sa privacy mo. Pero
hindi
sige, go.
naman. And this is
Ikaw na.
fine. Like the whole world could know this, and I would never be.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
this didn't. I was like under pressure at that point. Medyo overwhelmed ako. Tapos parang nung nangyari yung prank na yan, sumabog ako. So at that point, I had to, and I realized through the interview with Moira na kaya yung mga memories na ganyan na medyo, ayoko sabihin ng, hindi naman traumatizing, but yung bad memories lang about
Mm,
work, na every time I would go into I Want ASAP, I would carry that.
yeah.
Na dagdag
Associate na.
pressure, oo, parang hindi pa nag-start, nandun na ako. So I remember like when she was talking about patawad paalam, I realized I had to say paalam. Ito yung mga bad memories or hindi ka naman talaga nagpapaalam pero yung bitawan mo na yung ano, yung feeling.
Mm.
Kasi tagal na yun eh. Tagal na I don't remember how many months ago it was, but it was already parang it's already
Does she
over.
use, I guess, yeah, I know pain is pain, but how, would you know if she uses her personal life in her
Oh,
writing,
for sure,
or she
100%.
imagines a situation?
There is a God-given gift to Moira that she understands. Like ang daming this is what I realized. I fully understood na blessing yung pagiging sensitive ako when I started growing in my faith.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a girl I know she's one of my aunties in church. I love her so much. She's the girlfriend of my best friend in my church, or one of my best friends in my church. And she does something called the Sister Circle, and
Mm-hmm.
it's all about women empowerment and a community of women. And I think it's beautiful. She heads it with another of my ate in church who's already married to my other best friend. So they head it together, and she was talking today because we had a call actually kanina lang as I was writing the questions. I was on the call with them, and she was talking about na parang I feel the pain of there are people talking about, for example, I had an ugly breakup, from as simple as that to I was raped, or suicidal tendencies. And it's all about growing through that and healing through that. And she was saying, I feel their pain. I feel like I cry when
Mabilis
they
siya
when they're
mag-empathize.
telling. Yun. And she's like, I don't know why I'm like that. And I said, what do you mean? God gave you that gift so you could help the people through it. So may mga gifts talaga in term like that we have. Everyone has one, in
Mm-hmm.
order to serve others. And
Yeah.
Moira, in a way, is using her understanding of pain, and she's gone through, I'm sure. Um, sorry, distract ako. My boss sent a reply. Okay.
Go ahead.
In 10 minutes, I'll go. In 10 minutes, I'll go.
Okay.
And parang yun ang service niya. I know that. She's really in touch with her pain. So, through that, she understands the pain of others and can write songs about that people can use to get through things.
Yeah.
So,
To
yun.
express their own pains.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Sign ko lang
Galing.
ha. Wait lang. Wait lang
Go.
sana.
Go. Yeah. Laki na ng growth ni Edward, no? Pero madaldal siya talaga, no? Nung dumana yung trabaho ko sa IG Live, kung pwede lang makinig na lang eh, no? Pero yeah. I have a lot of students like Edward. But yeah, the likes of him, mabalik pa ba siya? The likes of him, and there are many others that I have, the actors that I've worked with na ganyan, yung parang when you catch them na hindi guarded, ang dami nilang masashare talaga ng mga bagay. Makikita mo yung humanity nila na kaya mahal ko yung trabaho eh. Kasi nakikita mo yung buong pagkatao nila at hindi yung ano lang. Wala olats ako, ha ha ha. Ba't ka olats, Vince? Nyere. Yeah. Yeah. Edward is very, very, very transparent. It's that's why I love my job kasi you see the humanity of these people and what they go through and how they thrive. Ades, ha ha ha. Ba't mo ko tinatawanan, Januel? Love you. Mahihain pa siya. Mahihain pa nga siya niyan. Oo. Wag niyo na ako guys tanungin na yayain yung mga ibang artista. Hayaan mo silang pumunta. Ang gusto na chumat, mag-chat sila. Pero, yeah. Tingnan mo ang sipag. Oh. Alas 2:22. Oh, shit. Ano pa rin. Kausap pa rin ng boss. Tatrabaho pa rin. January, please notice this Miss Encantadia shoot. Yeah, I do miss Encantadia. And nag-enjoy ba kayo sa... Ang daming nanonood ng Enka ngayon ah. Very good. Harry Sebastian, hello. Asan po si Maymay? Ewan ko nga kung nasaan si Maymay. Malamang tulog na yun. Nahihiya pa po. Hindi, walang hiya si Edward sa akin. Crazy question, Miss Anne. If given a chance to do a different work for a day, what would that be? I would probably be a kindergarten teacher. Sabi ni Rara Ramling, Edward is a role model for teens of his age. Agree ka po ba, Miss Anna? Ay, mabalik si Anna. Anna, you need to go?
But 10 minutes. I don't have to go naman. Later, I just have the interview, so... may mga adjustments lang sa script, so it's fine.
Adjustments, but okay naman. Hindi naman binaril lahat.
Hindi naman. May kulang lang, which is fine. Which is good kasi I'm learning a lot from... Kaya I'm so thankful for Mix. Miss Ina, I doubt you're watching, pero renew po ng contract. No.
Renew. Para may pang-workshop siya sa akin.
Kita mo yung lumabas yung vein ko sa ulo. O yun. Lumabas, oh. Wait, I want to answer that question you talked about being role model.
Oh.
Ayoko.
Sasagutin ko sana. Ayoko na. Honestly, I fear, it's like a parent. I don't want to instill like an image for the kids. When you say role model si Edward, then you're locking him up to be who he is. I'm not saying Edward para bang, hindi na siya pwede pag ganyan kasi, hindi na siya pwede magkamali. And you won't really grow you won't maximize your capacity and grow as a human being if you don't fail. And if tinatagline mo yung tao na role model ka, hindi na siya pwede mag-fail. Hindi siya mag-grow. You only grow if you fail. What do you think of my answer?
No, that's spot on. If you guys have not seen The Last Dance, yung hello? Yung Michael Jordan. Like so good, right?
Yeah. And I'm not even a basketball super fan, no. But sobrang I loved it. I'll go.
Super ganda, diba? My point na sinabi ni MJ, si Michael Jordan himself. If I could do it all again, I would rather not do I would not do the I wouldn't want to be the role model. Okay, so there were these parts, like there's rumors about gambling and all of that. For me, like, I 100% get that. But this guy is as Superman as you can get on Earth.
Oh,
literally, he could, like, some people would be lucky to hit one game. Like, I know some basketballers, and they said na parang, they would be lucky to hit one game-winning shot at the end. This guy did it like every day. Every game he was like scoring like 50 points.
50 points average niya, no? 50
points average. Like, what the heck? That's... Ako, 1 point lang ako. Happy na ako dun. So, he didn't want to be like the role model. And I get that. Ako, I would never, I don't want to be a role model in the sense na parang everyone looks up and gagayahan nila ako. Because I don't want that's not fair. That's not fair as well. And I realized because I had a lot of role models growing up. I looked up to a lot of guys.
Uh-huh.
I looked up to a lot of football players, a lot of artists as well, internationally as well. And then as soon as I saw, uy, he divorced his wife. Uy, he smokes pala. Like, those things na
Yeah.
that's why what and the people I really admire now are the people um who are open with their flaws and accept them. And if they say, if you don't accept me for this, bahala ka. Like for me even, like I remember at the Vice Ganda is one of the most real people you will ever meet on this earth. Parang sinasabi niya, nag-iose ako. Nagmumura din ako. I have times where I'm not happy. Um, and
You have
what I
low
love most is
days.
yeah, and she says like even my fans know if they see me in public, and I know that they're there, but I don't feel like it. They won't go near, and I respect that because she's so open with that. And for me, if if anyone looks up to me, okay, just know I'm not I'm not God. I'm not perfect.
You're not
I will
Jesus
I will
Christ. You're not an
I'll say
angel.
something. Yeah, I'll say something stupid eventually. I'll do something stupid.
Yeah.
But if you still wanna, you know, go on the journey with me, great. Ayos.
If there
Sarap
is a
yun.
thing about role model, because I have a follow-up question to that, no? But if there's a role, kung meron mang i-role model for me is, hindi inevitable na hindi ka mag-fail. You will always fail someone. You will always
Yeah.
disappoint somebody. You will never please everybody 100%. But I think kung meron mang i-role model yung how do you deal with it and how do you get up? How do
Yeah.
you grow from it? How do you learn from it? Do you just magpatalo ka na lang ba? How do you how do you find strength? Yun. Kung meron mang i-role model. Now, question ko sa'yo, Edward, how do you balance it? Because you are a product. You are a celebrity. How do you balance
For
it without being a
I
rebel?
ako pumapunta na ako sa point na it's really my faith. Like I have to say that it's not because when you make a plan for yourself, hindi talaga nagwo-work eh. When you say ito yung gagawin ko, ganito lang ako. I learned this from the very beginning in PBB. If you try and be something you're not, maaamoy ng mga tao, mawawala ka agad. I'm not saying that the people with me in PBB were fake, but I remember there were moments where I was trying to portray myself, and it wasn't like life-changing moments in the house. Na parang you won't even notice it if you're watching. I can still say that I was 100% myself in the house. But there were times, for example, where kakapasok lang namin, for example, I'd be with the other housemates, and I want to be friends with them. I want everyone to get along. Parang lahat ng answers ko, best foot forward. And it wasn't myself. And after a while, we got comfortable naman, and everything worked out. It's all history. Um, but in terms of balancing it, it's really my faith. Like I know, like I've been doing a lot of soul work. This like I can't say I go out of quarantine, and I have like a lot. I have a new skill. Na parang I could go out and say, "Uy, I learned French. Oh, I started a sourdough starter or something like that. Like I have a bunch of different skills. If you do that, God bless you, great. But for me, I will walk out. I won't have six pack abs. I won't know a different language, but I will have done a lot of. But I can say in this um whole season, I came out being closer to God after all of it.
Good.
And a lot of people think, okay lang yun. Of course, we have a common preconception about what God is, especially in this country, um, because it's so faith oriented. But for me, like today, oh my goodness, today I had a large, hindi naman fight, but argument with Laura. Na looking back, ako yung ano, ako yung mali din siya, but mas mali ako sa
Okay.
ginawa ko.
Okay.
And long story short, I apologized,
Mm.
even though I had to swallow my pride. And I've been practicing that, especially this quarantine. If I make a mistake, And if I know I made a mistake, I will say I'm sorry. And I'll say that to my sister. I'm getting better. I'm doing it on like most of the times with Laura. I'm doing it over text, but
Okay
it's the
lang
heart.
yan.
It's the heart.
Yeah.
Basta I can't do it face to face yet because she'll say like I tried it before. I say I'm sorry. She said yeah because parang gina-justify niya yung na basta.
Baka
So I said I'm sorry, and
ma-aggravate pa. Oo.
yeah, and God really does call us to if you're worthy of forgiveness. If you yourself, for all of your mistakes, are worthy for your forgiveness, you should be able to forgive the person that wronged you,
Yeah, it's true.
right? So I said sorry, and immediately, and I can say this, I'm still working on this. I'm not perfect in this area, and I don't want to give that vibe to anyone watching.
Yeah. I have a
I
hard time with that. I have a hard time with that.
yeah, and I felt the weight lift. You can feel it.
Yeah.
I dare you guys try it the next time you have a fight with family member. Apologize, and you'll feel the bigat, yung pressure sa puso mo, mawawala yan. So there's a certain way that God calls us to live, you know. So through all of that, that's where I find the balance. Yeah. At the end of the day, I really don't. Ako papunta na ako sa wala akong pakialam sa sa if they wanna parang how do I say this in a good way? I am 100% doing the best that I can as a role model because some people eventually like they see me as that. But
Yeah,
ang
it's hindi
importante
mo
sa
siya
akin na
ma-deny eh.
alam
People really look up to you eh. Hindi mo maano yan. I mean, yeah. You are the
yeah
face.
they'll
Yeah. Yeah.
but for me as long as they know that I'm gonna make mistakes and if they still wanna be with me after that, okay, ayos, good. I love you. God bless you. But other than that, one of the things that I realized, and this is what this whole season, the last couple of weeks, this last month, it's all been about leadership, and I can say that's the season I'm in.
True.
That's the part I've been in with God as well. He's really calling me to be a leader. Like okay, in your own household, um, kung ikaw yung nakamali, say sorry. If you said you're gonna do it. And for me, I realized I actually went through this kasi may mga leads for work. Like, for example, okay, ikaw magli-lead this week. Next week, si ano naman. I won't say where, but like there are certain points like that. And I struggled in my time as leader or as lead. Parang ako yung oy, si Kuya Nick. I love you, Kuya Nick. RM ko yun, road manager ko yan. I love you,
Ay.
Kuya Nick. And so I struggled with my time as a leader there. I was like, oh, pressured, worried, anxious, sobra. And then I talked to to Emeka, one of my good friends. This guy has a wild past. He's actually married to Mika, who's the ate that I mentioned a while ago. Um, and he's gone through so much in life. And I asked him, okay, how do I be a good leader? And he said, I'll end the IG live with this, or my portion for the IG live about this is
Your segment.
he asked me, oo nga eh, wala akong bayad dito, wala akong pink slip. Yeah.
Wow ah!
I'm
Wow!
sorry. At least half price na lang sana yung workshop.
Oh, lolo.
Um, anyway, parang he asked me the question. I want everyone who's watching now, ask yourselves this question. Kasi lahat tayo nagiging leaders lalo ngayon. Sa quarantine and sa pandemya na ito. So ask yourselves, what is a leader to you? And when he asked me that question, I said, like someone who takes on the burden, someone you can rely on, and someone that doesn't falter. And he said, okay, who's the best leader ever? Sabi ko, Jesus Christ. And I said, okay, Jesus did everything that he did, but the day before he was crucified, he was literally bleeding sweat, face down in the mud in the garden, crying to God, saying, please give me another way. Tama ba? Yes or no? That's in the Bible. Nakasulat doon. So this guy, the best leader ever, admits that he was struggling as well. So it's okay to struggle as a leader. And I was at this one point na akala ko yung image ng leader is someone who takes on all the burdens for
Superman.
himself and who can carry the team. Michael Jordan Superman figure.
Yeah.
Maling-mali ako dun. Like you cannot do everything alone and you have to trust those around you. And
Ah,
sometimes you have to relieve the burden to yung teammates mo.
yeah.
So, yun.
Actually, ang hirap mag-lead because you're basically the servant of all.
Yeah.
Baliktad eh. Pag ikaw ang mag-lead, ikaw ang
Ikaw ang punching bag. Ikaw
ikaw ang
dapat
punching
yung ano.
bag. Kung ikaw ang mag-lead, ikaw ang kumbaga, ikaw ang magsaserve.
Mm-mm.
To lead is to serve.
Yeah.
Ikaw ang unang-unang leaders. I'm reading a book. I think you might like it. Leaders Eat Last by Simon Sinek. There's an audiobook of that. And yun nga na, the
Mayaman yung
most
mga audiobook.
effective
Paperback na lang.
paperback. Yeah, hindi.
Mm.
Ako kasi minsan, when I'm doing a lot of things, gusto ko na audio. But yung Leaders Eat Last is that the most effective teams or samahan or the leaders are the ones who serve. The people will respect you or will trust you and will be with you if they see that you're the one getting dirty.
Yeah. So yun talaga yun. That's how you balance. I mean, if you guys, I don't like before, especially when I first started in the industry, I thought I had to be a certain way. And I say be, I don't say live. I said be a certain way in order for people to be like, okay, that artist, like a lot of people would say, oh, dahil artista ka na, dapat responsible ka na, hindi ka nag, you don't do this, you don't do this, you don't do this. And I was like, okay, I just took that for granted. I said, okay, fine, I'll do it. But I didn't understand that in order to do something and show it through your life, visually, practically, and literally, you have to be able to live that. You can't just act it out, which is what acting is. You have to be it talaga, not just, pretend it. Time.
Segue.
Pero, ganun talaga yun. And then, so like, when I realized like you have to live it. So how can you, for example, how can you, this is just a broad example, how can you love someone, how can you love another woman if you can't respect your mother at home? So to everybody who thinks it's not cool to respect your mother, bahala ka dyan sa mga future relationships mo.
Oh, yeah.
Sasaktan ka lang at sasaktan mo lang yung girlfriend or boyfriend mo. So if you can't love your mother in your own house or your sibling, how can you love a girlfriend? Because if you can't treat your mother, the woman who gave you life, well, how can you treat the woman that will be giving you more life in the future if you marry that woman?
Yeah.
So parang,
exactly. It's a lot of, and also, how can you love anybody outside of you if you don't or respect anybody outside of you if you don't respect yourself enough?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So yeah, it's a work in progress. Everything is it's easier said than done.
Oh yeah,
but
sure.
That's why it's a nice, whoever asked that question about role model. That's a great question to ask because it's a trap. It's a pitfall. It's really a pitfall to be a role model. It's more of like, how do you live your life? How do you live a life that you respect and you love yourself?
As long as may interview maya ako.
I-interview ka pa ng anong oras? Mag-set ka ng alarm.
Meron naman, lagi. And if not, I guess, bye-bye. Wala na akong pambayad ng workshop. Yung utang ko sa'yo, wala na. Kalimutan na lang natin, ha?
May utang ka pa sa akin.
Oh, bye.
Naipet.
Ay, gusto mo ng chips na lang bigay ko sa'yo, Lays.
No.
Lays?
Yung Lays
gusto mo?
Wala na, namili na ako ng sarili kong Lays.
Padala ako sa'yo, meron naman ng delivery.
Anong flavor?
Barbecue, sour cream.
Gusto ko barbecue, sour cream.
Oh, and both? Okay, sana. Grabe naman. Okay.
Barbecue. Meron na ako sour cream dito.
Guys, kung hindi nyo alam, sobrang yaman na si Miss Anna, hindi niya kailangan ng pera. So what you can give her is just food. Just give her food or chips. Okay na yan.
Have you seen my cheeks?
Kaya okay, storage nila lang. May bar naman siya. So
Grabe. In fairness, 2 weeks na ako hindi namamalengke. Pinapadala talaga ako ng food. Kala nila nangangayayat ako.
Okay.
Anyways, you can go to sleep
5 minutes,
na.
Anna.
Oh.
Let's do it again. I love
Yeah,
this
sige,
conversation.
sige.
Okay,
Bye, good
bye.
night. Good night,
Bye. Bye,
guys.
guys. Bye, everyone. Shout out sa lahat na nagka-comment. And, yun, God bless everybody.
Ganyan
Be
yung
a
mga
leader.
questions na gusto ni Edward.
Oo,
At
yung
saka
mga
akin.
malalim. Hindi
Malalim.
yung, kumusta
Ha?
ka na? Kumusta yung araw mo? Anong
Oo.
kinain mo today? Okay. See you
Pabebe
guys.
question.
Bye, Miss Anna.
Pabebe.
Pabebe
Bye.
question.
Night. Sleep. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Ayun. So, guys, ayan na. So, our final guest for tonight is, yun nga, was Edward Barber. What? Kinamang talk show. But yeah, I just want to end this also, and I hope we started out with, what, 11 people, which I liked initially because very intimate, pero ting pumapasok talaga si Edward pumapalo ng mataas. But okay lang din naman. I mean, we want to keep it very intimate and very non-showbiz. Can we ask her? Yes, you can ask her. I'll give you 10 more minutes before I go to bed. Last questions. Vince, nandiyan ka pa? Ayan, masarap natin kausap. Wala ng questions. Last. Guys, wag niyo akong pilitin mag-ask ng mga artista to join the Instagram. I never ask them to join. And I will never ask them to join because I respect their privacies. Si Edward, suke kasi gusto niya talagang gumiguest din at sumika. Temenia Regine, hello. How can I deal with things when it's... Huh? Hello, people watching from UK, from Jordan. Beauty regimen before going to sleep. Wash your face. Moisturize. As much as possible, drink a lot of water. Drink a lot of fruits. Eat fruits. Ingat sa mga oily food. Lately, napapakain ako ng maraming pinag-uungang lechon from Ricos dahil nakaka-addict siya. Yung bang sobrang sarap. So, nagkakaroon ako ng konting budlig. Mabilis akong magbudlig-budlig basta I eat oily food. So, hinay doon. Mabilis din akong tigawatin pag stress. So, you have to make sure that you have me time. You have time for yourself to fill yourself up, to de-stress, to relax, para hindi mag-reflect yung stress mo sa balat. Awa ng Diyos, moist pa rin yung balat ko kahit hindi ako nakakapunta sa akin skin sponsor na Clinique Aesthetic. Hopefully soon nakapag-facial na ulit ako. Hello, Miss Anna, watching from UAE. Be mahirap. Tulong na po kayo. Okay, thank you for guesting, El Kakamangha. And po ulit kakanta with some of your students. I don't know yet, but alam nyo naman akong biglaan. So just keep at it. Keep visiting. Follow me nga on YouTube. Anna Feleo. Please subscribe. Maawa na kayo. Just, hindi. I'm gonna be posting a lot of my music collabs there. Sian, pa-shoutout watching from Egypt. Hello! Lechon from Cebu, Miss Anna, masarap din. Yeah, yung Ricos galing Cebu yun. Are you close to Maymay as well? Yeah. Pero choice niya maging quiet. Okay, so hindi ko siya iayayain. Kung sino lang ang mag-join ng Instagram, yun lang. Shout out po watching from Mindoro. Hello, Temenia Regine. Ano na song natin, ate? Oo nga, Vince. Suggest kayo ng pwede naming i-do it ni Vince na i-collab. I wanna have a collab video with Vince Conrad, my theater friend. Sosefias Gabriels, hello from Angeles, Pampanga. Hello, Mayward King from Jeddah. Owa from Bicol, Kamsur. Mia Chan, marunong po kayo mag-Bisaya. Miss Ana, hibaw ko mag-Binisaya pero gamay lang. Sabuot ko pero gamay lang. Kaya akong mommy from Butuan City. Yes, please subscribe sa YouTube, please. Miss Ana, post ko sa Twitter ang link ng YouTube nyo. Sige, ipopost ko, pero subscribe ha. Tapos comment kayo kung ano mga gusto nyong makitang collab or vlog. I-shoutout ko kayo para mag-subscribe kayo. So, sa PS Gabriel, hello. Hello. Yeah. So, anyways, I'm going to bed because it's late. And, yeah. Guwapa ka, Mama Ana. Ay, salamat. Daghang salamat. And, yeah, words of encouragement for frontliners. To the frontliners here who joined the chat tonight. God bless you. God will reward you for all of your hard work and your generosity and your selflessness. God sees everything. Nakikita ng Diyos lahat ng sakripisyo at lahat yan. Kumbaga nakalista sa Kanya. Ayan, May Toribio nag-subscribe na sa channel ko. Yun, so God bless you, frontliners. Good night, guys! Last song, kakantahan ko kayo before I sleep. Smile though your heart is aching. Smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by. If you smile through your fears and sorrows, smile and maybe tomorrow you'll see the sun come shining through for you. Light up your face with gladness, hide every trace of sadness, although a tear may be ever so near. That's the time you must keep on trying. Smile, what's the use of crying? You'll see that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. God bless everyone. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again this weekend. Text me when you want me to go live again. Bye. I love you guys. God bless.